Hey guys, it's Dragon Ball for Life here. Today I want to talk about something completely different. There's been a lot of news lately since yesterday about the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock incident where Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife, about her being bald and stuff. It was like G.I. Jane or some crap like that. And apparently Will Smith at first he was laughing at it. He thought it was funny until he looked at his wife. She was pissed. And because of this, he felt the need to do something. So he went up to the stage, not only pulled the mic out of his hands, but smacked the guy on live television, basically assaulting him. Then walked off smiling like he accomplished something big, like, oh, I defended my wife. Like apparently he's some hero or he's the good guy in this case. And then he goes sitting down and stuff, and he starts yelling at him, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth twice. Yelling it out at at the Oscars because, and the thing about the Oscars is you can't really curse because it's live television, so they had to bleep it out. I think they said the first time it kind of went through, the second time they bleeped it out. A lot of people thought it was kind of fake, but after a while now we know it's not. I didn't think it was fake because of the simple fact that whenever they do this type of stuff, where it's like prank or joke or stuff, they like admitted right afterwards, like shortly afterwards. But the fact that after the ceremony was done and they still didn't do it, and this will just make Will look bad, it doesn't make sense to me that would be the case. But for me personally, when I saw this, I got really pissed off. That's why I made this video, because normally I wouldn't make videos about topics like this. I stick usually to Dragon Ball and like Dragon Ball content, but and even other like geeky stuff. But I usually don't talk about like real world news like this. But I just had a very visceral reaction to it when I saw it yesterday. I was so annoyed. I was so pissed. I was like, this son of a bitch. First of all, you should not be putting your hands on somebody just because they made a joke you don't like. It's one thing if they were insulting you or challenging you to a fight or like trying to get into some type of altercation and they're like insulting you or directly insulting your wife or whoever. That's one thing. But the fact that it was just a joke, and it was a simple, easy joke. It was not even attacking her illness like people are making it out to be, you soft ass bitches. He was fucking just making a simple ass joke about her being bald. And this motherfucker got the audacity to go up there and smack him on live television. Personally, if it was me, I would have been way more petty. I would have been like, oh, okay. I would have been like, well, I'm sorry for some of you guys are too offended or too easily offended by a simple joke, even though this is just what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my job for tonight, but it's okay. After this, I'm gonna be seeing you, Will Smith. That's what I would have done. I would have insulted him and his wife, and then I would have told him we need to do something in the back after this, because I'm not taking that disrespect. I do respect and admire what Chris Rock did by taking it and just being very professional. But if it was me, like I said, I would have insulted him and his wife again, and then I would have took him out the back and say, "Oh, teach me what's going to happen if I put her name in my mouth," because the thing that really pissed me off is not only did he hit him, but it's like you hit this guy for a simple joke, but you don't hit the guy that had the affair with your wife. And some people say, well, it's an open marriage. I want to talk about that a little bit later, but it was not just that. He was also disrespecting him. He was talking about like how he took his girl. He was talking shit on him online. He was disrespecting him. There's multiple I think interviews and even tweets where he was bashing Will and calling him a bitch and saying, oh, I took a girl, and like disrespecting him. Will didn't say anything. And then we had also Future, when like people were roasting him. Future said, oh, I want to talk to talk with Jada. So like what he was implying, and he didn't say anything again. But then Chris Rock, a guy who's smaller and obviously not a guy who fights physically, which I'm not going to hold him to it. Not everybody's a fighter. But he doesn't do that stuff. And he went to hit him. Why? Because he was small. Because he knew he could pick on him. People were saying, oh, he got too emotional. I don't give a shit. Just because he's human and humans break, that doesn't give you the right to do that. If I did that shit, would you guys give me the same courtesy? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't give it to a regular ass person. If a regular ass person got roasted and they smacked the fuck out of somebody, especially if it was just a joke, you would be pissed. You'd be like, what the hell's wrong with him? That's assault. These white people that keep on crying, that's assault. They would have called this shit assault. Now they're like, no, his wife was being disrespected. And like I said, the whole open marriage thing, people keep on saying that. If that's the case, then why the hell was he crying like a little bitch in that red talk shit? Like when they start talking about this scenario, she's like, "Oh yeah, I was with him and stuff." If you're in an open relationship, you should be fine with that. You shouldn't be crying. Why the fuck was he crying then, like a little bitch? Like, it makes no sense to me. If he was truly in an open relationship and he was fine with it, he shouldn't have been crying when she started talking about August. He's like, "Oh my god," And on top of that, she was disrespecting him the entire time. I'm not saying he should hit her, but he should at least said something to her. Said, like, "Hey, look, you need to stop disrespecting me. You need to stop acting wild and shit. You need to stop talking like this out in public. If you're gonna do whatever you are, whatever you want, we have it privately, but don't say it out loud. Don't make it on this fucking red talk bullshit, or I'm gonna shut the shit down." Like, he didn't say anything to her, so I was like, she disrespects him, but apparently if they disrespect his wife in a little simple ass joke, and he wasn't attacking her illness, he probably didn't even know. That's not even the point of the thing. It doesn't even matter if he was. It's a joke. By that logic, apparently, if anybody insults you, or, even if it's just a joke, or if anybody says something that you don't like, you have the right to assault them, and you shouldn't be charged for it. I guess when Amy Schumer said that dead joke about, Steve-O's friend, how he died, which is even worse, I guess Steve-O had the right to put his hands on Amy Schumer simply because she made a tasteless joke. That's such a stupid logic. I hate how pussy people are being. I swear to God, if you try to put your hands on me, I don't give a shit if I made a joke you don't like. I'm going to choke your ass out. I don't give a fuck. A lot of these people, they can't go around just touching people. That's how I always feel whenever I'm in a situation. I've argued with people. I've yelled. We've been having yelling contests, insulting each other. But I've never put my hands on somebody just for words. Unless those words were trying to threaten me or trying to threaten like somebody else that I knew or cared about, then yeah. But if it's just like a joke or insult, or even if they're being like disrespectful or whatever, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna do the same shit to them. I'm not gonna fight unless they try to start putting hands on me or challenge me. Then I'm like, yes, I'm ready to go. But that's a different scenario altogether. But yeah, I just did not like how he did that, and the fact that he's putting so much energy on him. He should have had the same energy with Future when he said that shit. He should have had the same energy with August, and not only just for the affair shit, but the fact that he was talking shit about him and making him seem like he's not a real man or he's less of a man or trying to bitch him out. This is why I call him Will Simp, because he simps for his wife for every instance. There's multiple videos talking about all the stuff that he did for his wife and how she treats him. She was like, I was feeling bad about being middle-aged and stuff, so he threw her a big-ass party basher and stuff. And she's like, you're so selfish. She's like, she's right, I am selfish. I'm like, you simp-ass bitch. You did all that for her. She did nothing, and she has the right to judge you because you're trying to do something nice for her. And she took it way out of context saying, oh, this. And she just stressed him all the time about, like, I like Tupac and stuff. Like, bitch, get over it. He's been done with. And even if he was alive, he would have dumped your ass a long time ago. Your ass is too annoying. I wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't want to stay with your cue ball head ass. So I got sick and tired. When I saw that shit, it pissed me off. I was like, he didn't show the same anger to a guy who was insulting him directly. He didn't say anything to his wife when she was insulting him. But then he says he hits this guy. It's like, to me, it's a bitch move. It's a complete bitch move. And anybody who supports it is a bitch too. And if it goes by that logic, that if somebody insults you or offends you, that they can hit you, then apparently by that logic, since I'm offended by you guys, supporting him, I get to knock out anybody who I see talking about that. I get to slap them with the world's weakest slap like Will did for, being offending me. Get the hell out of here. You can't just hit people just because they offend you, especially if that's his job. He was supposed to be joking and roasting. Like, I would never want to see Will Smith in a roast session. He would probably cry his ass off like a little bitch or put his hands on the people simply because they're doing their job. So it's especially sad when he's a comedian. This was very unprofessional. He did it in a professional area, like an award ceremony like the Oscars, and then cursing like that too. He's a jackass for that, and he's a bitch for that. He did it against a guy who was smaller than him. Once again, I don't condone any of the shit he did. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck if it was a joke. And if I'm being honest, if I ever saw Will Smith, I would slap the shit out of him. I know I'm not going to be able to ever see him because I'm not at that level of celebrityness. But if I was, I would slap the shit out of him. He's a bitch for that. And good on Chris Rock. All love to him, man. The fact that he not only took that, but he handled it professionally. And he didn't press any charges. Personally, I would have pressed charges. If I can't do it physically, I would have done it, that way. And that's not because I want money. That would have been just to teach him a lesson like, hey, you need to calm your ass down, and you probably need to direct your anger towards somebody else. If anything, he needs to slap the shit out of Future, and he especially needs to beat the shit out of August Alsina, and he needs to talk to her and tell her, hey, look, you can't keep disrespecting me in front of everybody. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to leave, or, I'm going to shut that red table talk shit down. Do something else, but don't attack Chris Rock. So, yeah. And remember, guys, keep my name out your fucking mouth. Or, I guess I will slap you like a little bitch. Well, that's the end of this video.